Y'all loved my last video of me organizing my yarn, so I'm like, you know what? How about I make another video? But this time I'm organizing this room. Okay, so here's a little bit of backstory about this room. I forgot it existed and I just started throwing everything in here. This room was also filled with yarn, lots of yarn. The other day before I did my yarn cleaning video, I took out what I think is most of the yarn. There's probably still a lot of yarn in here that I didn't see. This is just basically bags of clothing and crochet projects that I took out of my room because I wanted to do a little bit of spring cleaning. I really only have this place and my storage unit and my room to store things. I just didn't want a bunch of sweaters in my room for the summertime. I'd rather them be in here or my storage unit. Mainly I want to put them in my storage unit, but before I can do that, I have to put them in totes. And I didn't have enough totes the other day when I was kind of organizing things. I did buy totes. I bought 3 totes. Probably should have bought more because they were $10 at Canadian Tire, and that's such a good price. My plan today is, you know, just a little chit chat, organizing type of video, maybe going through my past crochet projects. And I just want this area to be organized. Where do I even start? If you're new to my channel and you like crocheting and thrifting and yarn and vintage things and like all that jazz, why not hit the subscribe button? What is happening right now? It might look more of a mess than it actually is. It's not that bad because the other day I was sorting things out. Now I'm gonna go through the bags and sort them out even more because I have totes to do that. Let's do crochet items. Yep, got buttons, I got yarn. I told y'all in my last video that I would find more yarn, and I did. Items like this one here. I really like this one. It just never fit me the way I want it to. I want to do some blocking to this one, so I don't want to put this one away. I made this in, I think, 2022. It's a Winter Wonderland sweater. Am I gonna wear a Winter Wonderland sweater anytime soon? It's May right now. No, we're gonna put that in there. This one here, I recently fixed and I think is really cute. I don't want to put this one away yet. I just fixed the collar like a month or 2 ago, and then I think I did like the try on here and then I abandoned it in here. I do want to give this one another chance, so I want to keep this one out. This here was actually my second cardigan that I've ever made. It's just the granny stitch, but when I made it, I didn't know this was the granny stitch. Okay, this is my very first granny stitch project and I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I didn't know this is what it was. I think I would like to go back at it and give it like some ribbing and stuff like that, like around here, because I did it on the bottom. I think I just got lazy. It's so cute though. I don't know, maybe I should keep it out because it's cute. It's so cute. Oh, I could totally, okay, I'm keeping this one out. This one here was the Wednesday Addams vest that I made in 2022 as well. It's really heavy. I made it at a DK weight, like light yarn, but I think it's from Patons. Patons. I'm just gonna say however I want to say it now. And I made it way too big on the shoulders because that is my problem when I make vests, and y'all know that. This one here, I don't think I'm gonna wear anytime soon. I don't know what to do with it yet. This is from Hobie's Friends of Cotton. It's their thicker cotton. I love the colors. I think it's so cute, but it is heavy. I don't think I'm gonna wear it anytime soon. And I have to be realistic. It's like, yeah, it's cute. Yes, I would love to just keep it out, but also I'm not gonna be putting these in my storage unit. So if one day I'm like, you know what, that's what I wanna wear, that's it, I can just come in here and get it. This is a pattern by Dorothy Jean Crochet, and I think it is adorable, but it just never fit me the way that I wanted it to fit me. I think the problem is the bottom. It just is very wide. I needed to do some like ribbing on the bottom, and there's a way you can do it with these V-stitches. I mean, I did it for the cuffs, right? So I need to do something with this, just not right now. I think I made this in 2023. And then the last thing in this bag is my work cape. I think what I would do, like, I would love to make another work cape. Problem with this one here is didn't make it big enough, like this way around, so it never really closed the way I wanted it to. Also, it's like very lightweight and I kind of wanted it to be more heavy, like a wool kind of cape. So if I ever do this, and the buttons are super heavy, I picked the right buttons but also the wrong buttons. I think personally I would use a chunky yarn next time, like a real chunky yarn to do it, so that way it is more weighted down and it's a little bit more bulkier because that's what I want. Might redo this eventually. I still think it's cute. It's just, it didn't do what I wanted it to do. Okay, so this bag is now done. Great, I'm gonna throw that over there so it's not in my way. So we have this This is my 2024 winter vest, which I think is cute. I did not weave in all the ends, okay? I know I didn't. I did weave some ends, like ends that might be shown, but the ends on the back I did not do. I think that this was such a cute design. I actually had a different design in mind. It did not work out at all because the colors I picked were not contrast enough and it just didn't look right. But I like this, and looking at it now, it looks like a quilt. Did that even cross my mind in December? Absolutely not. I never even put two and two together, but this looks like a homemade quilt. I think it's so gosh darn cute. It's so cute. So we're gonna put that in there. Then I have this one here, Pippin, my other cat. I think she was sleeping on it for a real long time. This was my very first granny square, which is a sunflower granny square. It is my very first cardigan, very first crochet wearable that I've ever made. It fits a little odd because I didn't know what my size was. I was just going off a pattern that I saw online. I'm like, that should work. And it's just a little small, but also it like fits, but it fits weird. I don't know how else to describe it. This is also before I put buttons in. So before I started adding buttons and stuff like that. I think I did redo it at one point. I think like last year or the year before I did a video where I always do videos every now and then where I'm redoing crochet projects, and I think I redid this one somehow. I think I did, I don't remember. I feel like I did something with this to make it fit a little bit better, but again, this one is definitely more for the fall time, and so I'm going to put it in here. This, my Beetlejuice sweater, I think I'm gonna keep this one out. This is what happened. Back in January, I believe, I did a video where it was like everything I crocheted in 2024. And I didn't realize I crocheted a lot of things. So I brought all those things out here, then I left them here. I just kind of left everything here. I abandoned it. Like I know what I did, and I shouldn't have done that, but I did it. This is such a cute top though. This is just the granny stitch. This is also the very first sweater that I ended up doing that little square neckline that I'm always talking about. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, so instead of like this, where you go all the way up and then you do your neckline, what you do is you go all the way up to a certain point. Then on a shoulder, you just go back and forth like this many times, and then you do the same thing on this shoulder, and you leave like this big square kind of cutout in the middle. And you might be thinking, well, you know, it's not looking right now, but as soon as you put your collar in, it rounds it out. So if you think that like, oh, it's gonna stay square, it's not gonna stay square. It is going to round out because you're going to put your ribbing for your collar in, and it's gonna cinch it in and make it a little bit more round, and that's how you get this collar. I should bring this in the house. We got this. If you guys want to see me do like maybe a sit and talk video and like answer questions and like stuff like that while I finish my 2024 temperature blanket. I mean, it's done, but I didn't weave in any of the ends, and I want to put a nice scallop border around it. This has to stay out, and I got to do something with that. Oh, right, this bag. Do you remember when I did Summerween? I really want to do Summerween again. It's where I make like Halloween projects, but for the summertime. Last year I made the Jack-O-Melon bag, and I love it. But this was one of the projects. And do you know what happened with this project? I came in here, I showed y'all it, and then it stayed in here. But it's a good bag. I really like it. I use the sugar and cream yarn. I know I don't use sugar and cream yarn, but I think this is really cute. So this is something I want to keep out. So I'm going to organize a few things, and then we'll get back into crochet things. I hope I have enough room for everything. I moved some stuff around here. It wasn't really important to film just because you wouldn't have seen me do anything because I was walking around the camera the whole time. I got another bin, and I'm going to put more of my crochet stuff in. This was my sweater for last year's 2023 Christmas sweater. This is the one that I was mentioning in the video where I wanted to take all of the stuff off and add little brooches. The other reason why I didn't do that, because I know it would have been pretty easy for me to do, is that I actually have to take this collar off, and I have to take a few rows off because I want that square neckline in order for the collar to sit right. Because right now you see how the collar is just up. It's not really what I want, so I'm just gonna put this in here and I will deal with it next winter. This is a Hobie sweater, very chunky, really cute. It's like the diamond stitch, which I was obsessed with this stitch, and I still think it's so cute. Like, it's so weird. It's like when I see it in person, I'm like, eh, but when I hold it up and I see it in the camera, I'm like, oh, that's nice. But again, very, very chunky. I like Hobie. It's just, I never know what to order for their yarn. Every time I order yarn from them, it's always wrong. And not on their end. It's not wrong on their end. It's I don't know what I'm ordering. I wanted a chunky yarn. This yarn, super, super chunky. The chunkiest yarn I've ever had to work with. And then I went the other direction when I had bought that lightweight cotton yarn. I went too light and it was too light for the project. So then I had to double it up and that made it too heavy. Now I have this one here, which I did make for 2022. This was my little birthday cardigan. If you watched that video way back in the day, or if you've watched it recently, then you would have known I had so many problems making this. The first thing I wanted to do was I wanted it to be a sweater, like not a cardigan, but I made it way too big. So then I made it into a cardigan. I just remember having to take it apart a bunch of times and I made way too many squares than I needed to, but I still think it's super cute. And so I'm gonna put it in here for the fall. I think a lot of the times that I don't wear my crochet projects is because I don't know how to wear them. Like I make them cute, but I don't know how to wear them and I don't know what to wear them with. That is, I think, my main problem with why I don't wear certain things is because I don't know how to wear them. I think it's the shoes. I'm 100% sure it's because of the shoes. And I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but I think you need the right shoe for the right outfit. I like to wear white Vans, and white Vans don't really go with everything. They do go with a lot of things, but they don't go with everything. And recently I did buy a really nice pair of black Reebok shoes, which are like very like 70s, 80s-ish. And I think I can make those cute and wear cuter outfits with them and they'll go together better. That is what is in my head and that is what I hope will happen this year. Back with more things. My Valentine's Day cardigan that I literally just made this February. Oh, I forgot but the pockets are so cute. I just don't know if I'm gonna wear this. It's so cute. Maybe I should leave it out. I'm gonna leave it out. Could have just left it in the house, but no. I'm like, that's cute. It's too hot to wear, but I wanna wear cute things. And it's a little bit chilly lately, so I think I can still get away with it. My Hellfire Club Stranger Things sweater. Would you believe me if I told you that this was my very first tapestry project? Because this was my very first tapestry project. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I just don't know. I made this in 2022. The whole reason I made this is because I could not get my hands on the actual Hellfire shirt. Eventually I did get one. It's so cool. But I made it with a real heavy yarn because this was made out of the Craft Smart yarn. I kind of want to take it apart and redo the collar because again, I didn't do that collar thing I did back in the day with the nice little cutout. So I kind of want to do that again. I'm just going to add it in here because it is way too heavy to wear anytime soon. It's fine. Again, I know where things are and I know they're in here. Next one is my Fallout Boy sweater, which I actually did redo the neckline. I'm gonna have to redo the neckline again because I don't like it. I did like the regular neckline and then I did this like fancy little collar, but now I know what I want to do and yeah, maybe I should just do a whole video dedicated to redoing necklines of my sweaters. I probably will. This is also the project that I realized that yarn lot dyes matter because I bought the same brand of yarn, but the lot dyes different. It's right here. I can see it. It's literally right here. This row down is ever so slightly a lighter black color, almost like a gray. This up is black. I don't know if you guys, can you guys see that? Do you kind of, yeah, you see that. You see that, right? Like I'm not crazy. And the only way for me to fix that would be to take the whole thing apart. And I didn't realize until I was all the way at the top. Oh, and then the last one I have in here is my Halloween one. Again, have to fix the neckline. At the time, it's the only way that I knew how to do it. And so it was fine, but now that I know a better way, I gotta fix that. The other sweater that I have, again, this one, neckline, gotta fix. There's so many projects in here that it's the neckline that I don't like. This is my Halloween one. Look how cute this is. It's so gosh darn cute. I think I might have worn this once. Need to fix the neckline, so maybe that will be my next project. Maybe that'll be like a video I do in the next few weeks, I think, because I am doing like shorter middle of the week videos of just like random projects and stuff like that. So maybe that's what I'll do. I have this here. There's a big hole. I really don't know how that happened, but yeah, I'm gonna put this one in here. Even though it's summer, I just don't really care for the fit of it and I don't know what to do. And then this one here is also summer. I like it. Use the wrong yarn. This is acrylic yarn, not really what I am going for, so then that can go in there too. I have this guy, my Demogorgon head. Look how good this is. I don't have a pattern for this because I don't know what I did. It was literally a last minute project, like days before Halloween. I'm like, I could make that. And then I did. It's amazing. Like I forgot how good this is. All the teeth are just glued down and this is like broadcloth. So it's thinner than cotton yarn and you can't see, but if I put it on, I can see out. Not great. Like I can see shapes, I can't see clearly, but you can't see my face. It's so adorable. It's just so cute. I think that's it for sorting out all of my sweaters and everything. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I still have some bags left with like sweaters that I need to bring to my storage unit, but they're all, oh wait, no, I have that one. Never mind, I have more things. This was, I think, one of my first vests, one of them, and it's just a granny square vest, and I thought it was so cute. And then these vests. Use the wrong yarn. I feel like if you're gonna make a vest, unless you want it to be super thick, then definitely use the heavier weight yarn. But if you want it to be more lightweight and more flowy, I would highly suggest use a lighter DK weight yarn. These ones, I did not do that, and they're very heavy. They're cute, but they're too heavy. So I'm gonna put these in the bin up there where there's some room. This was my third cardigan that I've ever made, and I made it with the strawberries. I don't know if y'all remember back in 2021, everybody had these strawberry types of sweaters. I made the strawberries. Don't remember how I made them. I might have had a tutorial, I don't know. This sweater here, I actually used a sweater that I had thrifted, and I took all apart and then I redid it, but I think what I should have done is I should have, one, not made it in double crochet. Two, I should have probably washed the yarn, so then that way the tension would have been better for the yarn. Also, I really should have tied down the strawberries better. They're very like loosey-goosey. I didn't feel like it. This is a sweater that I would like to eventually come back to and fix. It has been in my fix pile though pretty much since I made it. Also, the sleeves are way too long. So if you remember my last video, the yarn video, where I was talking about how I was obsessed with making hats out of looms, this was one of the hats that I made out of one of those like hat round looms. Like, again, I was obsessed with these types of hats. All right, so now I think what I'm gonna do is, now that everything is like in its place, I'm going to just start sorting out stuff that can go into my storage unit, and then hopefully everything will be organized. I can finally see the floor again. Also, for anyone wondering, yes, I know this is a tapestry, it should go on the wall, but I got it at an estate sale and it was not in great condition to begin with. Also, I don't really spend a lot of time in here walking around on it, so it's fine. Over here, I have these. These need to go to my storage unit because they're sweaters. I have my 2 bins of crochet. These didn't fit in, but they're also like summery, so it doesn't matter. This is stuff that I want to bring back in the house. This is a bag full of bags. This also I have to bring to my storage unit. It is fall clothing. I put my heater in there. Don't know where to put it right now. It's fine. And this corner is just, didn't really do anything with it. So there's that. Okay, so I finished cleaning the room. I can see the floor again. I love it. I think it's so nice that I actually can see the floor again. Oh my goodness, that was fun. I can actually film in here again. I missed filming in here. I like doing my standing filming, but I do like doing my sitting filming in my other room now that I got that all organized. Do have to go to my storage unit now, bring stuff there, so maybe I'll do that this week. There's still a few things, like I don't want to put these away because I will lose them and I'll forget about them, but they're cute little vintage curtains that I want to put up, and then I do have to finish this blanket. It wasn't the worst. It wasn't like there's garbage everywhere. It's just my things that are not garbage. They're just clothes, and I gotta put them somewhere. And I did do my yarn the other day, so I didn't have to worry about that today, but I knew the clothing was gonna come eventually, and I actually had filmed a whole intro for it back in like March, because I was gonna do it in March, and then it just never happened. Here we are now. But I really do like how I have my bin of crochet things right there. I can see them, and I like how I can see through the bins. Now, of course, would I love to have a huge closet in my house where I could just store all my clothes all year round? Absolutely. I think I've mentioned this before, but my house is really old. When they built it, they didn't think to put closets in. There is not one closet in my entire house. They also probably didn't have as many clothes as I did. I probably have more clothes than they had in their entire lifetime. When I do bring my stuff to my storage unit, which I should do sooner than later, I do have my summer clothes there, so I can bring those back, which is just like some shorts and I think some button-up shirts and stuff like that. But yeah, I think I did a really good job today. I got everything organized the way that I wanted to get organized. I can only do so much in a day, otherwise I panic and then I don't get anything done. So if I have like a little goal for myself and I can reach that goal, I'm happy. And I'm very happy that I can see the floor again, that it's nice in here. I forgot how cozy it is in here. Like, I forgot how cozy it is. Like, it's so cozy in here. I absolutely love it. I think that does it for this video. So y'all have a good day now.